We are now ready to add Facebook sign-in to our app. And the first thing that we need to do is to open up our pubspec.yaml file. And here we will add our new plugin for Facebook login. And as usual, we can locate the Dart packages website. And here we can type in Flutter Facebook login, which is this one. And we can see that the latest version is 3.0. However, we are not going to install this version, and the reason for that is that I have not been able to get this to work on iOS. And just for reference, I have opened an issue about this on the GitHub project for Flutter Facebook login. And this may be resolved in the future, but in this lesson we're going to use the previous version, which is listed as 2.0.1 on the changelog for the package. In any case, the API differences between 2.0 and 3.0 are very minimal, so when we add the code to sign in, I will point out what we need to change to use version 3.0. So let's get back to our pubspec.yaml file, and here I'm going to add Flutter Facebook login, and I'm going to add it a version of 2.0.1 like this, and then I can get the latest packages. And once again, I recommend that you use exactly the same version as mine. Okay, so our plugin is now installed, and now I can do a quick check to ensure that the application compiles correctly. And when installing new packages, my preference is to stop the application and start it again, and I recommend that you do the same. In any case, I've already verified that this works, so in this instance, I'm just going to hot restart, like this. And then I can head over to the auth.dart file where we will add the code for signing in with Facebook. And just as a reminder, we are going to follow the same signing flow that we have implemented for Google Sign-in. So in this case, we will make a request to sign in with Facebook, and then we will get an access token in response, and we'll be able to use this to sign in with Firebase and get a Firebase user as a result. Okay, so we are now ready to create a new method, and this is going to return a feature of type user, and we'll call this sign in with Facebook, and this will be an async method like this. And inside here we can type final Facebook login equals Facebook login, and in order to use this we need to import Flutter Facebook login, and then we're going to type final result equals await Facebook login dot login with read permissions. And I'll talk more in detail about permissions a bit later. For now, all you need to know is that this method takes a list of permissions, and the only one that we want to ask for is called public profile, like this. And then we need to add a condition to check if result.accessToken is not null, like this. And like we have done for Google signing, here we can type final auth result equals await Firebase auth.sign in with credential, and this will take a Facebook auth provider dot get credential, and this will have an access token parameter, and here we can pass result dot access token dot token like this, and then we can return user from Firebase with auth result dot user like this. And next we want to add an else branch to handle the case where signing was aborted, and in this case we are just going to copy and paste the code that we originally used for the Google signing method. And to be fair, if we get into this state, it means that the signing was not completed, and this could happen for a number of different reasons. So for now, we're just going to throw this generic error, which will work in most cases, but just so you know, if Facebook signing fails and you want to know the reason, you can open the documentation for Facebook login result, and you can find that this has a status, and the status could be any of these three different values. So if you want, you can use this to customize the error that you return in here. Okay, so now that we have added our method to sign in with Facebook, there are still a couple of changes that we want to make in this file. And the first one is in the sign out method. And so in the same way that we sign out with Google, here we also want to add a couple of lines to sign out with Facebook. So I can type final Facebook login equals Facebook login, and then I can await Facebook login dot log out like this. And we should also remember to add this new method to the auth-based abstract class as well. So we're going to add an override in here, and then we're going to copy this method and we're going to paste it over here. And with this change, our auth class now supports Facebook authentication. Next, we can open our signing page, and here we are just going to copy paste this method to sign in with Google. And here we're going to rename this to signing with Facebook. And also we're going to call await.signing with Facebook like this. And then I'm going to copy this method name, and I want to make sure that I call it in the callback of the Facebook signing button. So I can just paste it over here. Okay, so let's continue and test all this code in the next video.